Hey guys, what is up? Ray Mage here, doing another gameplay commentary. This is some TDM on the slab. I haven't done any Gears of War 3 gameplay in a while, and I figured it'd be fitting because I haven't really shared my thoughts on the recent news. Well, I guess you could say it's a little old, but the news about Epic Games selling off the rights to another publisher to now do Gears of War content. You know, that's somewhat good to hear. I don't even care if y'all heard that soda can opening up. I don't give a shit. Anyways, I just thought I'd share my thoughts on it. And, a little fear I have, I worry. There is one thing I worry about, and it is really good news that we're going to get another Gears game. It is very good news that Gears of War is going to continue. The franchise is going to be alive and well. I do worry about one thing happening to it, and I don't think it's been announced. I don't think there's been any news of it, but I worry about it, with a new publisher. They may want to do things a little bit differently in Epic. And there was one, say what you want about Judgment. I mean, everybody knows I rip on Judgment 24/7. I hate that game with a passion. And it did do some things right, but I worry with a new publisher. They may not want to do things the way Epic Games did. Epic Games did not want to make Gears of War into a yearly release or a annual release, something they released every year. And I feel like that's a problem with a game like Call of Duty. I mean, every year it's the same game you're paying $60 for. I don't care if it's Black Ops. I don't care if it's Modern Warfare or Ghost or whatever the fucking hell they're calling it now. It's the same thing all year round. That's all it is. It's the same shit, and for the most part, it's still the same bad game. Gears of War, not so much. You look at Gears 1, and this is why, I genuinely have a favorable opinion of Gears of War. Even though I've stopped playing Gears, I still wouldn't hesitate playing Gears of War over Call of Duty or any other first-person shooter. I will admit, Battlefield's pretty nice, but this is why I've loved Gears. Usually Epic Games took its time, and the game was so much more better. You didn't see a bunch of bullshit with it. You didn't see... It was usually every Gears game was a little different. You look at Gears 1, just look at graphics, for example, and I'm not a graphics whore, but you could look at Gears 1, and it was a visually pleasing game to look at back in, I think it was 2006 when it first came out, maybe '07. And it was a visually pleasing game then. You look at the jump to Gears 2, huge jump. It looked so darn good, Gears 2 did. And then you go from Gears 2 to Gears 3, even gigantic difference. It's amazing how good Gears 3 looked compared to Gears 2. Now, you look at Judgment, you go from Gears 3 to Gears Judgment, you don't see that. I feel like that was partially to do with Epic Games wanting to get another Gears of War game out just so darn quickly. I can't remember when Judgment came out. April of last year, and I think Gears 3 came out... I think it came out roughly 2 years before? I could be wrong on that. No, maybe it was a year and a half after Gears 3 came out. Anyways, I can't remember, guys. I'm sorry. The dates are all fuzzy in my head. I'm sorry. Maybe it's in my old age. My mind is going. But that is... that you could look at that and say, well, with Judgment, that's on the back end of, the 360's console lifespan. It probably, that has more to do with it than anything else. And, I'll give you that. There really wasn't a huge jump at all in graphics. Really, it looked like the same game. I remember when Judgment first came out, there were guys saying, we should have, this game should have been sold to us as an expansion rather than a full game. It wasn't worth $60, and it wasn't. But, that is something I worry about with the next Gears of War going to a new publisher. Hopefully they don't want to do that. Hopefully they say, let's take 2, at the most, maybe 3 years in between each game and actually get a quality product out there that is different, that is worthwhile. I feel like when you keep putting out the same product, or basically the same product every year, you're basically going to have almost some fatigue amongst the consumers or your fans, in the case of Gears of War. I worry about that, and I mean that's partially why I don't like really Call of Duty. It's the same game every year. It's not exactly nothing new. I mean, there are good things about this. You know, I do feel like with Epic Games, when they went with Judgment, I just felt like if they had made another Gears game, that was going to be the nail in the coffin. That was really going to hurt it. And because Epic had done set the tone, what they wanted from the next Gears games, and it bothered me a little bit. Now with a new publisher or developer, whatever the hell you want to call them, you know, maybe they are going to look at this and they're not going to have a bunker mentality. Maybe they're going to be more, maybe they're going to pay more attention to what their fans are saying about the game. Maybe they're going to be willing to look back at previous titles and say, okay, this was successful in Gears 1, this was successful in Gears 2 and 3, and, you know, there were some things that were right in Judgment. You know, hopefully they're willing to take a step back and say, you know, we can do this. That was fucking cool. You have to admit, me backflipping and chainsawing that dude like a smart ass, you gotta love that. Even though that was a dick move, I didn't care. Anyways, I thought I would share my thoughts on that. And I mean, I genuinely do worry that that is something that could come back and bite Gears in the butt. I hope it doesn't become that. Anyways, guys, this gameplay is actually coming to an end. Pretty short, actually. I think this was one of my last matches I did before I quit playing Gears. I will say this, when next Gears of War comes out, I am going to be playing. I've already thought about it. I'm definitely coming back. I'll definitely be recording for the next Gears. Because I do miss popping people in the face with a Nasher. I really do miss it. But, you know, I'm going to wait for the next Gears before I go back. And how I got killed there is total bullshit. But anyways, quick channel update. I pretty much am a ways off from getting the Jumbo Sherman, so if you're sub because of World of Tanks content, rest assured there will be a Jumbo Sherman review. I just haven't gotten the Jumbo Sherman yet. I do have plans for other World of Tanks commentaries. I hopefully, when Wargaming adds more to the training room and all that stuff, I would love to do a map strategy guide and all that stuff. But you'll have to wait patiently for that. But a lot of stuff is on the way. I've been busy. Anyways, guys, gameplay's coming to an end. I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.
Sir, will not forget your courage and sacrifice.